Okay, our next section, 7.4, we're going to do a little bit with simplifying complex fractions, and then we are going to go over solving rational equations. All right, so simplifying complex fractions, that's using the multiplying and dividing with rational functions. Complex fractions are when you have a fraction inside of a fraction. So if we look here, we have on the top 3 over x plus 1, and then on our denominator, we have 3 over x plus 1 minus an x, 1 over x. Yeah, so with these, when you have it written as a complex fraction, that makes it look very intimidating. So we're going to rewrite this as a division problem. So remember, the fraction bar means division. So this one that's separating the numerator and denominator with those fractions, we're going to change that to division. So we would have the 3 over x plus 1. That is going to be divided by the 3 over x plus 1 minus 1 over x. So the one thing that's really important to remember is because these two were together on the denominator, they have to be grouped together. So we cannot separate them before we do the division. So what we're going to do is we want a fraction divided by one fraction. We are going to figure out how to combine those. And that is using our addition and subtraction of our fractions to combine them. So we need our LCM. So if we look, the first one has an x plus 1 in the denominator, and then the second one has just an x. So that's going to be our LCM. That's what we need both of our denominators to be for those fractions. So this first one here, we're not going to do anything with that. We'll leave it as the 3 over x plus 1, divided by. Okay. So then the first fraction already had the x plus 1, but it needs an x to get that common denominator. So on the top, it would become 3x over x times x plus 1. Then minus, and this fraction already has x on the bottom, so we're going to do that x plus 1 times both the top and the bottom. And that would give us x plus 1 over, and then our common denominator. Okay, now we can combine them because they have, sorry, I meant to put parentheses there, but because they have a common denominator. So this first fraction, again, doesn't change yet. And then we would have 3x minus x plus 1 all over our common denominator. Now, before we divide, we are going to simplify our numerator. So I'm going to distribute this negative and combine my like terms. So we would have 3x minus x minus 1 all over our common denominator. Then we can combine our like terms. While I do that, I'm going to do that with my step of changing it to multiplication all at the same time. So my first fraction is going to stay the same. And then I'm going to change it to multiplication, and I'm going to flip my second fraction. So that x times x plus 1 would move to the top. And then on the bottom, once I combine my like terms to get 2x minus 1, that'll go on the bottom. Now that I have multiplication occurring, I'm going to multiply just going straight across. So I would have 3x times x plus 1 all over x plus 1 times 2x minus 1. Now I'm going to simplify. So I have a common factor of x plus 1, but nothing else is the same. That means my final answer is 3x over the 2x minus 1. And that would be my final answer. So these questions are taking everything from 7.3 and combining it. It's the addition, the subtraction, and then the multiplying and dividing as well for our rational expressions. So just take them one step at a time. Focus on combining those two fractions together and then simplifying at the end. So I'd recommend trying this next one on your own and then skipping to the end of the video to see if you got it correct. All right, so for this one, I'm again going to change it to a division problem so it's a little bit easier to work with. So my first fraction, x minus 2 over the 3x plus 1, I'm not going to be doing anything with that right now. Divided by, and then my denominator was 1 over x minus 2 times 3x plus 1. So I need to combine these second two fractions together before I can do my division. So my first fraction had a denominator of x, and then my second fraction had a 3x plus 1. And neither of those can be factored, so I am good there. Okay, so then my first fraction just stays the same. Divided by, and now I need my common denominator. So this first fraction was missing the 3x plus 1 on the bottom. I'll multiply both of those. So on the top, I will have 3x plus 1 over x times 3x plus 1 minus, and then the second fraction was missing just the x, so that's what I'm multiplying both of those by, minus 2x over x times 3x plus 1. Okay. Once you get that common denominator, then you can combine your two fractions, so x minus 2 over 3x plus 1 divided by, and when I combine these, I have 3x plus 1 minus 2x. So that would be x plus 1 when I combine my like terms. Now I have one fraction divided by another fraction. So now I can do the division part. So I keep my first fraction the same. These are all grouped together. Change it to multiplication, and then I flip my second fraction over. Once I have that, then I can do the operation. So multiply x minus 2. I'll put the x in the front, and then 3x plus 1 all over 3x plus 1 times x plus 1. Then I can simplify any common factors. So both of these have the 3x plus 1 that I can simplify, and it looks like that is it. So my final answer would be x times x minus 2 over x plus 1. And that's my answer. So if you didn't get it correct, make sure you are fixing your work so that you have a correct answer in your notes.